Everybody out there in Hot Rod Land, it's Phil coming to you once again. Carcraft Classics, showing off another gorgeous square body pickup. Before we get into all the details on that truck, for any of you watching one of my videos for the first time, this is Carcraft Classics. We're located at 321 Canton Road here in Cumming, Georgia, 30040. Phone number for the shop is 470-239-4977. My name is Phil, I'm the owner here, and my cell number is 770-317-1415. Again, that's 770-317-1415. We can also be reached via email at carcraftclassics@gmail.com. And be sure to visit us on the web, on our site, carcraftclassics.com. If you're into classic cars and all the things that go along with them, please give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. It helps for small businesses like me with exposure. And what do we got going on in here? We got my man Tate here doing a C-notch lowering kit on a 98 OBS. And you let me know if you need your truck lowered, or wheels and tires, gauge clusters installed, if you like the style that we do on our trucks. We can do that to your truck. Put that door down so that we can be free of all the noise that is going on in there. But all right, here we go. So this gorgeous truck I purchased here in Georgia, which was a nice treat for me because I go all over the place looking for these things, and this one was close by. Another holy grail truck. You've heard me use that terminology if you follow our channel here. And what do I mean by holy grail? These square body pickups were produced from 1973 to 1987. 87 was the last year for this body style, and it was the first year for the fuel injection. So this truck has a fuel injected V8. That makes it special. Everybody loves that fuel injected truck. The other thing is, this is a true regular cab short bed truck. That's another thing that's very sought after. People love the short bed, they love the regular cab. So this one from the factory is starting with everything a collector is looking for in one of these square bodies, which have quickly become one of the most popular and valued American classic trucks available today. Again, this one's a GMC, which we absolutely love. This is a little something different. We love the Chevys too, but like the GMCs. Another thing that makes this particular truck special is that paint. That paint scheme is commonly referred to as the Dale Earnhardt color scheme. And of course, Dale was the black, gray, and red on his NASCAR race team. So it's mimicked on this 87 model. And everybody goes bonkers for it, including me. I was so happy to see this one. And the fact that it's pin straight, rust free, and the paint is in such excellent condition. It didn't hurt it either. And when we got it, this particular truck, like I said, came out of Georgia, and it was already lowered. It had different wheels and tires, and didn't quite have the look it has today, but it had already, the suspension drop was already done. That's a 4.5/6 drop. So it got spindles and springs up front and a flip kit in the rear. It has not been C-notched. The frame is intact. And one of the other great things that was done to this truck before we got it was that they put Willwood 4-wheel disc brakes on it. We got the Willwood calipers right there up front, disc brakes. And these trucks came from the factory with disc brakes up front, but not disc brakes in the rear, as you see there. Slotted and drilled rotors, Willwood calipers, and it has the Willwood master cylinder up front. I'll show you under the hood in just a minute. But that's, you know, the way I got the truck. The paint was slick, the body was straight, rust free. Those Willwood brakes were done. It was already lowered, and then we began to put our little stink or our little touch on it. And I've had this thing, I guess, about 2 months, maybe a little less. And we've been messing with it, doing upgrades. And I'm ready to admit to everybody out there, I've got a disease. It's tough for me to stop. I enjoy outfitting or customizing these square body pickups. They're awesome, and parts are available, and we've been building them for a couple years now, so we know what parts to avoid and which ones to go with. Pin straight body, rust free, cab corners are great, grill's intact. It had the sport bumper up front, and we put one in the rear. I'll show you that here in just a minute. We did a ton of things. Let me see if I can remember them all. And there's that Willwood master cylinder. So it's got power disc brakes on all four corners. It's really got a stock look, factory look under here, other than the Willwood. You know, it's got the factory inner fenders with the factory sticker on how to use the jack, which is also right there on the inner fender. Firewall's in great shape. AC system's been all gone through. Works like a charm. Radiator was flushed. Battery was new when I got it. We also put a brand new AC compressor on it. There's those frame rails, completely rust free. And one of the things that really drives me crazy under the hood of these vehicles, and really all the classics, is the exhaust manifolds. I like the stock factory style, but they are always rusted out because of the heat that they endure. As you can see, those are brand new. We had those put on as well. Brand new factory style exhaust manifolds on both sides. Got the crinkle black valve covers. What else did we do under here? We also put an underhood insulated mat. You've probably seen that on our other trucks if you follow our channel. The other thing was the battery trays always rust out on these trucks. So we got a brand new one right there. Picked that up at AMD. Changed the fluids. She's got fresh oil. AC system, as I said, has been gone through. Frame rails up front and the core support show no evidence of damage. Doesn't look like this truck's ever been in an accident. So what do we got under the hood here? We've got a V8, and it's the throttle body injected V8 that everybody's after. That fuel injection was only again for the 1987 model year, and then they went to a new body style the next year. So again, that makes this one pretty sought after. So we've got the throttle body V8 under the hood, and that is connected to a 700R 4-speed overdrive transmission. So cruising down the highways, no problem. Cruising around town, no problem. Get a little better gas mileage on the highway than you would have if you had a 3-speed transmission. And the drop in RPMs makes it a lot more comfortable to drive down the road or down the highway in this truck once you hit that overdrive gear. What else did we do to this thing? The list goes on and on. It's got a set of US Mag chrome bullet wheels, 20-inch staggered. Got I think it's an 8.5 up front. Oh no, I think it's an 8 up front, 9.5 in the rear. 245, 45, 20 up front, all season radials. 295, 45, went a little bigger in the rear. 295, 45, 20 in the rear. Body side molding, all gorgeous and new. Wheel opening moldings, all new. Bed rails is the tubular style, which I love. Those are in great shape as well. A little spot right here. It's like some adhesive or something. Get that off. So anyway, a little while back we had one with a similar paint scheme. I think it was a Chevy, not a GMC, and that one went out to Vegas. I just love these Dale Earnhardt color scheme trucks. You know, first of all, I love the two-tones, and then the black and gray is just killer. I just love it. It's so awesome. It's got the factory door handles, factory mirrors. It's got a nice new, what do they call that? Cab molding, I believe. It is a sliding rear window truck, as you can see from the factory. And this truck was painted, I believe, in 2022 or 23. So it is fresh paint. It's not original paint. It's super nice. I mean, it is slick. Hopefully that comes through on the video, but it is absolutely gorgeous. somewhere during its life, someone changed the tail lights out. There's no one's going to tell me those are original because they always cloud up, and those are too crisp and nice. Tailgate band looks original. We did not replace that. Got the nice GMC block lettering. And there's your rear sport bumper I mentioned earlier. Again, that's brand new. Picked that up at AMD as well. We also bought the license plate bracket and put a new license plate light on there. Also, the brackets to hold the bumper on the truck that you see there between the tailgate and the bumper, those are brand new as well. Bed is perfect. It's got a spray-in bed liner, but no dings or dents, holes in the floor or anything like that. She's in really, really immaculate condition all the way around, this beautiful truck. Again, painted in the last 2 years or so, and I think it sat in this gentleman's garage that I bought the truck from down in Fayetteville, Georgia. I don't think it got many miles on it. You can tell the paint is just super, super nice, as I mentioned before. No bubbles down below, no big dings or scratches. Looks like a little wax still on there. She is slick. And I mean, you can even see the pinstripe. It's like brand new. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now this is the Sierra Classic, which would be the equivalent of the Chevy Silverado. So as we'll see when we take a look in the interior, this thing's got it all. Tilt, cruise control, power windows, power locks. As I mentioned before, we've gone through the AC system. It also has the dual fuel tanks. And that's another thing we addressed. Those were not working. It was the valve selector, I believe, underneath the truck that switches from tank to tank as you hit the button inside the cab on the dash. That was busted. So we put a new valve selector in there. And also, let's see, the fuel sending unit had to be replaced as well on one of them. So we got that squared away. So your dual tanks, your factory dual tanks are working. Everything is working on this truck now. The power window and power lock switches on the door panels were replaced as well. Paint is freaking gorgeous. So I know these things are super popular, so call me quickly. I've only got one in this paint scheme. And we get them. We definitely sell these trucks, but right now I've only got one, so don't wait. All right. Willwood brakes all the way around. That's the first truck we've had that had the Willwood brake system. I commend that previous owner for putting that in there, putting those on. It's awesome. Not that this thing's going to pull any wheelies anyway. Not that it really needed all that upgraded brakes, but it's certainly nice to have it. Another common place for these trucks to rust is the bottom of the doors, and you can see that that's not the case on this one. Door jambs and everything are great. We spent a lot of time and energy and money on the interior of this truck. A while back, we used to always put these vintage vinyl seat covers on here. They're custom one-off. They're made by a gentleman here in town. His name is Greg Perkle. Perkle Upholstery is his shop, and he does a fabulous job. I love the vintage. Like, if you look at it really up close, it's got the veining and everything of an old leather. So it goes great in an old American classic truck. It looks like it's 100 years old already, but it's supple and brand new. It's just got that old look. So it fits the truck great, but it holds up to, a pounding. If you get in there with your favorite magic marker and you get it on the seat, you can wipe it right off. It's very durable, very reliable vinyl, and it's just got a killer look. I love the way they do the squares down the center of the seat, and then that double stitching in the center. Love it, love it, love it. The pictures that I put on my website will show a little bit more without the shadows and stuff, but just take my word for it. The seat looks awesome. Brand new carpet kit as well. They sent us the wrong color at first, and then we sent back for the darker color. We pulled the door panels. We don't like replacing them because the aftermarket ones, they're okay, but if we have the choice, which we did with this truck, we like to stick with the factory door panel. So we just sanded them down and re-dyed them the same color they were. And you see these inserts, which typically have like a terry cloth material or a velour material. Greg at Perkle Upholstery, I pulled those for him, and he used the same material that's used on the seat. So you got that matching your seat. There's those brand new door lock and power window switches. We use the old pouches. Those are right back on there. The carpet's in great shape down at the bottom of the doors. Dash pad was fine, so we didn't replace it this time. Headliner's in great shape as well. That dome light is brand new. We installed that. And now for the drum roll, please. There's your Dakota Digital VHX gauges. We love those. If, again, you follow our channel, you know that we put these in almost all of our trucks. You probably won't be able to see much as far as color because it's bright out here, but those are the black face with the white backlighting. We also put in a brand new bezel. Restomod Dynamics was nice enough to install that little plate around the stereo because it was all cracked up. So we purchased a brand new plate to fill in the gaps around the stereo so it's got a factory look. Here's your dual tank switch. Again, doors have been restored. Door panels, I should say. Dash pad isn't cracked. This thing is beautiful. All right, let's give it some gas here. Now, one thing I didn't do to this truck that I feel like it needs is the exhaust was coming out straight through the under the back bumper, and none of us like that style anymore. That's so 90s. So I cut the exhaust, but I didn't run it out behind the back wheel as I normally would, because some guys don't like that. Some guys like it not showing at all. So I'm going to leave it like that, and if somebody buys the truck and wants me to finish the exhaust, I can do it to their liking. If they like it out behind the rear tire or whatever the case may be, I can have that exhaust finished for you. So you got the option to do it your way, as that famous hamburger company says. Again, we've got, as far as exhaust, we've got dual exhaust, brand new factory exhaust manifolds up front, the engine. And the exhaust looks like it's been replaced in the last 5 years. I've been under the truck. But, so you won't have to worry about replacing that anytime soon. Man, is she gorgeous. No strange noises coming out from the engine bay. Engine runs like a top. Really a sweet truck, man. Showstopper, baby. Normally we sell more of a driver quality paint on the trucks, but this one I'd put it in the show quality category. As I say that, I see a smudge. Got a little too much wax on it, that truck. Anyway, there she is in all her glory. Now, there will be photos up on the site in a couple days. I think I'm going to do those Monday. They should be up by Tuesday of next week. And there'll be pictures without the shadows. Outside, inside, underneath, everything. We'll get you pictures, still shots. But I always like to do the video because most of my customers don't ever step foot in the shop. I like to have the video for you guys and gals out there in addition to the pics. Let's take a quick shot, or a peek I should say, in the passenger side. There's those restored door panels again. Rockers are great. Again, that seat, the vinyl that we use for that is just so cool. All right, let's see if I forgot anything. All right, so we got the Willwood brakes. We talked about that. It's got the 5-liter V8. 700R 4-speed overdrive transmission. Let's see. Dual fuel tanks. You know, it's got a 10-bolt rear end like they all did, the two-wheel drives. This is officially a 1987 GMC Sierra Classic R1500. That's what they called their two-wheel drive regular cab. Battery tray, valve covers, new gaskets, new breather. Let's see, underhood mat, 4.5/6 drop. New shocks all the way around. I might have missed that. Told you about the new AC compressor. It's got tilt wheel, it's got cruise control. Let's see. Carpet kit. New lock, new power lock and door switches. Dakota digital. Gauge bezel's brand new. Fresh oil change, fresh alignment. And this truck does come with a clean Georgia title. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks. Asking price for this truck is $44,900. We've scoured the internet. We know what these trucks are bringing. I know that price could be considered a little bit low for this gorgeous regular cab short bed with slick paint and all the things we talked about. But we're trying to keep things somewhat affordable. I know the values on these trucks have skyrocketed. We're even paying just ridiculous amounts of money for these trucks just to buy them before we get into all of our upgrades and customization. But this thing is turnkey ready. If you're not looking for a project and you want a truck that's show ready today, get in it, turn the key and go. I mean, this thing's got, it feels like it's all new down to the tires. This thing is completely ready. So if you don't want to drive yourself crazy trying to build one like this, we've got one for sale. Again, it's $44,900. We can help with shipping. Put the truck right in your lower 48 states. We could put the truck right in your driveway. Financing. We work with JJ Best and Collector Car Lending, so we can help you with financing. They typically do require decent credit and 10 to 20% down based on your credit. But they're quick to get you approved, so let me know if you have any questions about that. I can refer you to them. We'll get you an answer within an hour. And any kind of customization, let's say you didn't like the wheels or you wanted the truck lower, it's still got a little bit of rake to it, which I like, because if you go any lower in the rear, you got to start C-notching the frame, and I really don't want to do that. But whatever the case may be, if you see something that you don't like, you want something done differently, you want something changed, we can help. That's one of the things that kind of sets us apart from some of the other places that sell the classic cars is, we're willing to customize for you. God knows we've already done a ton to this truck, but if there's something else you want done, you let me know. Again, my name is Phil. I'm the owner here. My number is 770-317-1415. If you have any questions, or you want to schedule a test drive or come by the shop to take a look, please give me a shout. Again, Phil, 770-317-1415. Clean Georgia title. Asking price is $44,900. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all you guys and gals out there that follow our channel. Be safe, and God bless America.